this is Tom from Blacktoad Studios and welcome to episode 5 of Do You Want to Build a Warhound? So far in this series we've had the unboxing, we've had cleaning, we've had legs, we've had the body. Now it's time for the fun stuff, people. We're on to the weapons and the head. So this is now kind of the final touches of the Warhound. Hopefully by the end of this we're going to see what it's going to look like and we get a good idea of the Warhound that will be taking part in Apocalypse games and being a big member of the 83rd Warhost. So guys, let's go and have a look at the weapons and heads and build ourselves a Titan. Yes! So here we are, this is the head of the beast. So this is the cockpit of the Warhound. So this is in two parts at the moment because I couldn't resist putting this on here. And there we go. This is the inside of it. You get look at the detail. I'm sure I've shown this in a previous video, but it's absolutely incredible. You've got like the skull head here, helm. This guy's going to like moving around in pain. So yeah, this is going to go on here. At this point, we've still got the screen in there, which is quite nice. So my plan with this is to magnetize it on because it's kind of a bit loose. And what I'm going to probably just do is put a small round magnet there and on the top there. I also have these two little bits here, little like, well, as they're called, joysticks. And they've got to somehow fit into the front there. So that's going to be a bit of a mission. So what I'm going to go is go off and I'm going to try and get these bits in, which is going to be a mission, which I'm not even going to attempt to do on camera. And then I'm going to apply a couple of magnets on here, just so that clips in place. And let's have a look to see what we can do with the head of the beast. Right, so here we go, we've done it. So, ooh, there we go. We've got a little magnet under there. We've put in the joysticks in there. They were very fiddly, but essentially just put the super glue on the part and try to maneuver it in before the super glue dried. With these bits here, skewered underneath, and I'm just, it's not the most powerful magnet in the world, but I just applied them on there. So then when we're holding it like this, it's not going to come off. All right, we're going to go into next part, which is going to involve the whole Titan itself. Let's have a look. So this is going to be the more interesting part here. It's like, how are we going to pose it? So at the moment, what we're going to have on the base, you can see I've used a bit of green stuff down here, and this is just excess really from what I've cut up. And yeah, I think it's going to look quite good. I'm just going to mold this off here. What we're thinking at the moment, this is my thoughts, is the base, we're going to have some structure up here, some more debris down here. Maybe as it's kind of like, you look at the posing here, it'll be over to this side. And then probably, if we get the head, maybe a bit more of kind of a wolf kind of look there, head slightly to the side and kind of peering down. We're going to have the plasmas also doing a very similar thing there. And that's the look I'm going to go for. So I'm going to try and position the head in here because I think what's quite important is, although some bits are going to be magnetized, other bits are going to be removable, my plan is really to keep all the main parts in place nonetheless, because I'm going to keep it the way it is. I think it's going to be a beautiful centerpiece. At some point, maybe even get two, who knows? 2 would be pretty awesome. Let's not tell Tom though, because I'm not sure if he watches this video, but 2 is definitely on the cards at some point. Right, so you can see what the aim is now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some epoxy resin in here. So we've got this collar part, which, believe it, goes that way. Obviously it won't fit this way, so just keep that in mind if you get one of these. Won't fit this way, will fit that way. And you kind of, if you've got a bit of movement on the head, it kind of gives you a bit of room here. So you haven't got a big gap. Looks pretty cool, to be honest, on these cables here. However, most of this was going to be covered up because if you remember, you also have this massive bit of carapace armor that's going to go over this. And essentially, you're not going to see it because, you know, it's kind of hidden away. You might see it from an angle, but really, you're not going to see it somewhere. So you're going to see maybe see it from that angle, but otherwise, you're not going to see it. So what we're going to do is again skewer the inside here, skewer on the inside there, put the collar part in, see where it's going to be positioned, and then epoxy resin in there. So I'm going to use epoxy because it's going to be quite a key part, and I don't really fancy the head falling off randomly. And I think magnets just wouldn't work because you're just going to be all over the shot really. If you magnetize this, it's going to be really wiggly. And like I say, I want a really static pose when it comes to it. I don't want to be having things magnetized all over the place when it comes to the actual posture of the model. So let's go off and epoxy that and see if it comes back to looking quite handy and good. Right, so it's on. A lot of epoxy on there, but it's finally on there. So I'm just going to remove this bit here. You can see the kind of pose we're going for. I've also cut out the eyes. I was looking at it and I was like, the resin's not too strong there, but we're kind of going with it now. So we just cut the eyes out, and I think once again the LED idea I think would be quite cool. If we can get an LED kind of in here somewhere to light up the cockpit, that would be absolutely awesome. But that might be a project for the future. However, there we go. Now, if we're placing it on there now, on top of the legs, it's getting quite heavy, guys. There's quite a bit of resin here. There's a fair substantial weight of Titan here. It's kind of the same weight, a little bit heavier than you would for an Imperial Knight or something like a Land Raider. So it's definitely getting there on the weight wise. So next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to think about the weapons we're putting on here. So let's have a quick little review of the weapons if you can't remember what this little Titan's going to be armed with. So if you don't remember, we are going to be arming this guy with double plasma, because double plasma clearly is the best way to go. Might be tempting fate somewhat, but we've got a lot of wounds to be hacking through with those mortal wounds being dealt out. So it's going to be looking like this. This is more of a completed one. It's almost there. So it's going to look quite cool underslung. Got a bit of cables in the back at some point. We'll see how that goes. However, this is the basics. What's going to be needed here. So you've got the main gun here. You've got like this ball joint here, which will be going attached into the socket, as you would see here, and then into the chassis of the Warhound. We then have what I'm guessing are some form of like batteries or transformers or something along those lines. And these two bits that fit on the back, which the cabling will go into. So there's a few little components here to make this gun, and I think it's going to look pretty awesome with the plasmas attached. Now I've decided, after thinking long and hard, instead of magnetizing these, I'm just going to fit them into place, mainly because I think they're going to look pretty cool when it's all molded in, and I want to keep that dynamic pose, which I'm hoping to get from this Titan, rather than magnetize and risk kind of like losing it possibly, and you know, potentially it could be more hassle than it's worth. But let's have a look to see how it's going to look once it's completed. Here we go. I have put on the guns. The head is firmly on. It did come loose, unfortunately. But the head is now on. Let's just take this carapace off for a moment. I can see my detail. So to put the plasmas on here, I've also pinned them in place as well, because there's a lot of weight put on there. So they're glued in. They've got a pin in the back part here. So where it connects, it's pinned in there. We've put the top caps on as well, which cover up there. And we put the cables in the bottom there as well. So essentially the top is now complete. We have completed our mission in this video. So the next video, let's see what we're going to be doing on that one. So there we go. We have now got ourselves a Chaos Warhound from Forge World. Amazing. The weapons are on, the head's on. All we got to do now, before we even start painting, we've got to look at the base. So the base will be coming in episode 6. It's probably, some people are going to find this exciting, some people not so much, but I think the base is definitely going to be a key part of this model to bring out the full character that I'm trying to build here. So guys, episode 6 coming. Hopefully you'll all stay tuned and watch that. I'm excited about this, and hopefully you guys are pretty pumped for it as well. As always, thank you so much for the views and the subscribing. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go check us out on the different platforms. Obviously we've got different content on those as well. It's not always the same content. If you are that way inclined, come and watch us on a Tuesday evening on our YouTube channel, which hopefully you've already subscribed to. If not, click it down there and come and join in our hobby chats. We basically do a live stream just to talk hobby, do some hobby, and hopefully you guys are doing the same. But less of that. Less of that advertising stuff. This is Dom from Black Toad Studios. I will see you all in episode 6. Take care.